Welcome back to Jayrue Unboxes and Reviews. I'm Jayrue, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been having some audio issues. I usually record my audio through my webcam, and my webcam hasn't been sounding right. Not only that, is when I recorded the next half of this video, there was no audio at all. It was just hissing throughout the whole thing, and I was wondering what happened. I came up with a solution, and I decided to put some commentary into it. So enjoy the next half of the video, and don't forget to stay until the end to find out if you want all 4 Gears of War games. Alright, I see you at the end. Welcome to Jayrue Unboxes and Reviews. I'm Jayrue, and I'm building my first PC. First things first, after recording my intro, the showcase, and the build process, the audio crapped out on me, so I'll be doing commentary on this video. Now that's out of the way, I put this scene into the video so we can see an overview of what components I'll be using for the build. The components I'm using are the Core i5 6600K, 2x8 gigs of G.Skill Ripjaw 5 DDR4 3200 MHz memory, Corsair H115i all-in-one CPU cooler, an ASRock Z170 Extreme 4 ATX motherboard, EVGA Supernova 750 watt G1 power supply, ADATA 240 gig SSD, and a Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1070 G1 gaming graphics card. All these components are going into NZXT S340 mid-tower case. The first item I am unboxing is the GeForce GTX 1070 G1 gaming by Gigabyte. This is an 8GB 256-bit GDDR5 PCIe 3.0 by 16 Pascal graphics card with 1 dual-link DVI port, 1 HDMI 2.0 B port, and 3 1.4 display ports. The GTX 1070 sports 1920 CUDA cores, 120 texture mapping units, and 64 rendered output units. 8 gigs of GDDR5 at 8 gigabits per second, which translates into 256 gigabits per second. Unlike the Founders Edition, this card uses a 6+2 power phase, which means more power for overclocking. The G1 Gaming 1070 has an open-air cooler with 3 fans. It also has RGB LEDs that are configurable through Gigabyte's Extreme Gaming Engine software. On the card, it also has a fan stop RGB LED that lights up when the fans are stopped because the fans only turn on when the card reaches a certain temperature. This card wasn't a very good overclocker, but for this noob, it's just fine. More about that later. Here we have the Intel Core i5 6600K 14nm quad-core Skylake processor with 6 MB of L3 cache and a base clock of 3.5 GHz. It turbo boosts to 3.9 GHz, but which will be overclocking to about 4.5, 4.4 GHz. This processor is good enough for what I'm going to use it for, and with a 91 watt thermal power design, it's power efficient and will be easy to cool when we overclock this puppy. G.Skill has been known for great memory delivery at an affordable price, and when I saw this 3200 MHz 2x8 gig kit on sale on Newegg for $78.99, I jumped on it. Now I wish I went with 32 instead of 16 because the price went up to $100 for the same kit. Now I'm gonna have to wait until the price goes down. I went with ADATA 240 gig SSD because it was cheap, and I was only going to use it as a boot drive. Besides, I have an extra Seagate 1TB mechanical hard drive that I've been using to store my videos on. I decided to use the Corsair H115i because it has a 280mm radiator, 2 140mm fans, and a Corsair link. It also comes with mounting hardware for Intel LGA 1150, 1151, 1155, 1156, 1366, 2011 and 2011-3. Also fits AMD sockets FM1, FM2, AM2, and AM3. With Corsair Link, you can monitor your system temp and set custom fan curves for your CPU fans via USB 2.0 header connected to your pump. I was gonna go with the NZXT Kraken X61, but I heard so many good things about the H115i, I thought I would give it a try. I wanted something that was fully modular with high wattage at an affordable price. I decided to go with a 750 watt power supply because I wanted enough wattage headroom for SLI and down the line an i7. This power supply comes with a plethora of cables and a power supply tester, which comes in handy when you want to test the cooling fans and the water pump without turning on the whole system. The ASRock Z170 Extreme 4 is the full ATX board that supports the LJ1151 Skylake CPUs. This board has many features, but the most impressive to me is the 3.1 Type-C port. The motherboard also has a 3.1 Type-A, but the Type-C is what interests me. With a Type-C connector, you don't have to worry about which way to plug the cable in, but I digress. The rear I/O has one DVI-D port, one HDMI port, and one 1.2 display port. It also has 6 USB 3.0 ports, a GB LAN port, one optical SPDIF out, and 5.1 surround sound audio. Supports up to DDR4 RAM speeds of 3866 overclocked. The Extreme 4 has 3 PCIe 3.0 by 16 slots. You can put a single GPU at by 16, dual at by 8, and triple by 8 by 8 by 4. The motherboard also has 3 PCIe by 1 expansion slots, 6 SATA 3 6 gigabits per second connectors, 3 SATA Express 10 gigabit connectors, and 1 M.2 socket. The M.2 socket disables 2 SATA 3 connectors and 1 SATA Express connector when in use. It still leaves room for 4 SATA devices if you choose to use M.2. For full details, click the link in the description for more information. The case I picked is the NZXT S340. It has a minimum design with 2 USB 3.0 ports on the top of the case, which is what I was looking for. NZXT advertises the cable management bar, and to my surprise, it looks pretty cool. The bar hides all your cables to give your case a clean look. The bar also has a slit on top so you can mount a water cooling reservoir. The S340 sports 2 2.5-inch bays on the top of the power supply basement and 2 3.5-inch bays in the basement. In front of the case, it supports 2 120mm or 140mm fans. The rear exhaust supports 120mm fans. The top exhaust supports 120mm fans or 140mm fans. Other than that, there isn't much else to say about this case other than it looks sweet. If you need any more information about the components I just shown you, just check in the description. I'll be posting links there. Alright, so putting my components together, I used PC Part Picker, and I found out it was way more cheaper than getting a pre-built PC. Alright, I'm going to show you my PC Part Picker. This is my PC Part Picker. Alright, you see I have the Core i5 6600, the H115i, the Extreme 4 motherboard, the DDR4, the SSD, the 1070, the case. You see I have all these components that I just shown you. The base price, you buy it, is $1256.97 at the time of this posting. You get $7 mailing rebate, and you end up paying $11.86 for this computer. I paid less than this. I think I paid about $100 less for mine. A lot of these prices, they went up when I had bought the components. So here I have the Dell website, and it has Alienware. You see, you get a pre-built Alienware, or this is like the worst of it, you know, the most premium of pre-built PC. I'm sure you could get it much cheaper than this, you know, a pre-built, maybe like $200-300. But building your own PC versus getting a pre-built one, you know, will save you about $200-300, because you get a pre-built PC, a lot of these components are not going to be in it. You're going to have, you know, generic components in there, and they're not going to be as much quality as the components I just shown you here today. Well, this is going to be a two-parter. I'm going to put another video up probably in a day or two, and it's going to be about the build process, what I actually did to build it. Just poke the like or the dislike button depending on how you felt about this video. Make sure you leave me a comment so I can make my videos better. Thank you for coming back. Peace. What are you still doing here? Oh, that's right. You're waiting for me to announce the winner. Well, my man, Miguel Juan, needs to contact me via Twitter so I can validate his email. Congratulations, buddy. You're the owner of this bad boy right here. Just contact me via Twitter and validate that email, and get those codes to you as soon as possible. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to press like. Peace.